How's it going, everyone? We're just taking a stroll, and you guys see what a Smart 21 community is. That's Defiance, proud to be a Smart 21 community. The making of one of those smart cities, one of those 15-minute cities, right? 10-minute cities, whatever. Corruption. We of course, we weren't filming when we ran into, looked like our good buddy Mosier. He probably goes by Good Buddy on the CB. Look that up if anyone's unfamiliar with that. But Whiskey and I were considering to go buy a couple of those 110 grand, there'll be way more than that, but 110,000 for Harley Davidson, right? Stupid. Seems like everybody's walking their dog right now. Stop! Get back here. Somebody else was walking their dog, so I pulled off to the side. Anyways, we're taking a stroll through the good old Smart community, huh? Smart 21 community. That's Defiance, Ohio here. Nothing but corruption, for sure, from the bottom to the top. But we're just taking a stroll through here, letting everybody see what it looks like, and kind of disgusting place this is. Meanwhile, we sit here and pray for our enemies, right? We're saying prayers for all these idiots that work for our local government. Not because we're in favor of them, but the fact is, if they don't change their ways, we're on their way straight to hell, right? Undertaker. Shout out to you. Nick Hill. Thanks for tuning in. Anyways, I don't know how well the mic works like this, but we're trying it out. Leo Robertson, hello. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you. But we missed it. We ran into our good buddy. That's what I was already saying, right? He goes by Good Buddy on the CB, I think. Officer Mosier. Deputy Mosier, the real criminal. This is Defiance. It's pretty much falling apart. They get all this federal funding to bring in all the experiments of the smart cities. I haven't in a while. I do fish, I just haven't in a while. And around here, if you fish, hopefully you're not doing it to eat it. If I catch them around here, I throw them back in. It's all poisoned over here. You fish, Leo? Brandon Gamer, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. I don't understand what that says. The chat's real small on this, doing it this way for those just joining us. But as I was saying, we're taking our stroll. Whiskey, the dog here. Whiskey. Wanted to take a stroll today. He takes me all over the place. So I figured, well, you're taking me this way, we might as well film and show everybody what a supposed great place to live is. Oh, right on, Leo. Right on, that's cool. I did a little bit on video one day, maybe it was last summer, purposely because I didn't have a fishing license. So I filmed it on purpose, hoping that they would come and harass me, but they wouldn't. Because my point is to a lot of people that you don't really need a fishing license. That's a scam. That's not freedom. Hey, JOT, good to see you. Thanks for joining in. We don't got, earlier we ran into the sheriff, but I didn't really run into him. He was driving, but stopped at the light. And I was gonna try to, I did yell a few things at him, but I wasn't, I videoed it, but it wasn't on live. I'll probably put it up later. This over here is Deal. Over here used to be Arps. Now what we got, oh, hold on. Double tap the screen, Pete, show support. Yeah, right on, thanks. Thanks, AJOT, very much appreciated. Anyways, right here where we're walking through, used to be all, now it's just a little place right there, Arps, making milk. And that's just one more fine example, stop it, of how they're taking control of everything. Trying to make sure that, you know, they have control of everything, that we can't, you know, all your milk's gonna eventually be coming from one or two sources worldwide. And we don't see that, but this place Arps here in the next, I think this month or next month, they're shutting down. They're not shutting completely down. They're gonna continue to make ice cream for local ice cream parlors, and otherwise, they're shutting down the production of milk and cottage cheese and all that stuff. I don't know if any of you live in an area that has a milk producing place. Let us know if you're going through them kind of things too. They got, you know, they say whatever their excuses, they didn't list it for sale or nothing. They're just these are under the New World rules. They either continue in a supply for them under whatever the government says the mandates are, or you shut down. You don't get a chance to sell it. That's the way it appears anyway. That's the way a lot of stuff's going. But so yeah, as we were saying, we're praying for all of our local public servants because they're so damn corrupt, and not praying in favor of what they do. We're praying for them because those sorry bastards are on their way to hell, it appears, right? Can't do people like this and escape hell. That's one subject I was gonna hit, but maybe I should wait. A lot of people get this stuff wrong, and they're like, "Oh, you can't, you ain't got the power, or ain't got the right to tell somebody they're going to hell." I'm not, you know, no. At the end of the day, I'm not your judge. I'm telling you, this or that will get you to hell. Not you guys, right? Talking about these public servants who are out ruining lives, but they hide behind their supposed religion. Oh, we're good religious people. Meanwhile, we're ruining lives. What a crock. Anyways, we got over here away from the traffic. We're gonna walk the tracks maybe. Trains come through here about 80 mile an hour. In case you don't know, if you're in your corporation limit, trains have to slow down to a certain speed limit. A lot of people aren't aware of that. But they fly through here carrying all them chemicals and all this other nonsense. Anytime they could derail. But don't worry, I keep whiskey safe. This particular track we're on right now is old track. They go maybe 5 miles an hour if they use it. And if they go any faster than that, it would derail. You can see right here the, you know, half the things ain't even in there right. That nails holds the track in. If you watch it, this side ain't as bad going that way. After you get around that curve, it's all curves all over in the tracks. The ground shifts over here a lot. Ground shifting a lot through this country, period. I forgot what I was going to talk about earlier before we got on here. I guess anyone who believed that we voted in religious freedom needs to consider a few things. New York, I don't know if you heard of it, but New York has what are you doing? Let's go. You're gonna cause a problem going that way. I ain't falling in the river for you. Guess we're not gonna make it that way. What was I saying? New York is just had ruled on a case that we did not vote in religious freedom like we think, right? Vote. It's just we're fooled, and we've been fooled every step of the way, and they're continuing to do it. Same game as always, right? Players change, but the game stays the same. We're caught up in it, one side or another. The fact is, I would have one hell of a viewing on my channel if I would just choose one side or the other. If I got on here spewing a bunch of Democrat beliefs, I'd have a whole bunch of Democrat followers jumping my channel up there. If I, good to see you, come back, Leo Robertson. Oh, Buck Brown, thanks for joining us, good to see you. Sorry, when I do it this way on the phone like this, I can't hardly see I'm using an old iPhone mini. It's big enough, I wanted to go smaller, but now that when I'm doing this, I can't hardly see the chats and stuff like that. But, so anyways, or I could be on here being a total, you know, choosing totally Republican side. Either way, that would jump my views way up. But because I want to see things down the middle and, you know, whatever, it's hard. It's an uphill battle. And what we got in New York over there, they voted or ruled that the Amish are getting held accountable if their children, from now on, they don't have to check with the parents. Your children, if they want to vax, that's in New York. I imagine that will spread everywhere, right? You don't have a choice anymore. And they just ruled against that and came against this Amish family. I'm gonna do a video on that later. I gotta find the clips and stuff. I just seen a little news clip about it. But how's that for your religious freedom? They just ruled that that's no longer a thing. When they declare it mandatory, you will not be able to be exempt because of religious reasons. So it's just one other way we've been fooled, I guess. Don't matter who's in. Don't drink that. I forgot what my main subject was. When we started taking a walk, I had some stuff on my mind, but we got halfway across the city, and then I was like, okay, I'll go live, and then I forgot what I was talking about. So pretty much we're just taking a walk and bringing you on our walk and giving you a view of this, what they try to claim is a great place to live. It's a horrible place to live. All corruption. They put in these as part of the smart city. Oh, that's what we was talking about, the smart cities. Smart 21 community, that's Defiance here. Your title is about Defiance. Okay, yeah, right on. Yeah, Smart 20, thanks. Thanks, Buck. Smart 21 communities. Defiance is a Smart 21 community, and that's leading into a smart city. They're proud to get all this recognition by the government, and they get all this federal money to install all this stuff to turn it into so they can test out the workings of a smart city. And that's what they're doing here in Defiance. And they got this shit all messed up. They got areas that are no turn on red, which is absolutely no reason. And then they sit there and time the lights. I don't know where they're coming up with this shit. And you can go push the button down the crosswalk. You can sit there and push it for 10 or 15 minutes and nothing happens. And then, stupid shit like that. But it's also the surveillance that they're putting in. Cameras everywhere. And this is all government, federal funding that they get. And in order to keep that federal funding, they got to follow suit with what they're told, right? Such as we notice sheriffs are now enforcing state rules, right? Oh, well, we got to do it this way the state mandates it. And it's not mandated. It's a sheriff's office discretion whether they want to employ those certain rules or tactics, right? And around here they do. They you just hold on. They employ them, but then when they violate you, you go to the state attorney general with your problem and say, "Hey, I've been violated," and the attorney general claims he gets away with it, washes his hands with it, and says, "Well, that you're talking about a county sheriff there, and we're not in charge over a county sheriff, and Defiance is a home rule state, they call this." Well, if that's true, then why are they having to follow your mandates, right? Why are they having to put rules in that are state of Ohio rules and not city council rules? Buck Brown says, for instance, my local city and county governments have integrated together recently. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's exactly what's going on. The city and county government, 100%. And that's starting to happen a lot. And they haven't announced it that way here in Defiance, but that's exactly what they're doing. They're working hand in hand. And some areas have announced it, but they're integrating it all together And right now it's county and city. Before we know it, it'll be state, state, county, and city. Then, as long as they're getting the federal funding to do all this shit, it's stripping us away, stripping away all our rights every day. I gotta watch out. I got somebody walking up this way. He tries to lunge at people. Not to attack him. He thinks everybody needs whiskey. I'm talking about the dog. He thinks everybody has to pet him. But yeah, we have, that's a real good point there, Buck. That's exactly a real good point. Local and county and city integrating together. And here, they put lights up, cameras up at almost all the lights, and they've announced them for all the parks. Everywhere we go here in Defiance, cameras everywhere, and that's part of the Smart 21 community thing too. Brandon Mitchell, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Buck Brown. By the way, I reside in the infamous Louds County, Georgia. Oh, okay, right on. Oh yeah, I remember you said I wondered where you was from, but I remember you said yesterday that thing about the brewery there. Is that where you live at, or is that just near you? That's pretty cool though, that how they did that brewery, if I'm saying it right. Over there with the old fire station, firehouse or whatever. We have over here on this side, now there's one building left, that's a bar, and all the rest of it's all been torn down. And they're tearing a whole lot of shit down in this Defiance, in the city, and turning it all into park. They ain't building nothing on it, planting grass and calling it a park. Retired Rider, good to see you, thanks for joining us. Buck Brown says, yup, in my local city. Okay, right on there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I looked up those pictures yesterday. That's pretty neat. Tapacios, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you. Salty Badger, good to see you. We're just taking a stroll through here, pretending that we're getting ready for a ride or something, right? That's one of the worst things. That's a good subject, I guess. Worst decision I made was selling my bike. Believing that that was a stupid decision now that I look back, because I sold it thinking, well, I had my other one still. I figured I had one to fall back on anyways, and then sold it and believing that these people were going to do the right thing and be in honor of their oath and shit. So I sold it to keep up on all my bills while I was fighting it out. Meanwhile, they pulled their little scams on me, and I end up losing everything. Now that I look back, I should have just rode it out the way it was, kept the bike, and sold everything else. And hell, we'd be just doing moto vlogs and touring around, huh? But yeah, now it's starting to get warmer. Well, last year without it. But now I kind of think that was a bad idea. If they would have all been in honor like they should, I would have been fine. And I mean, I would have still had that bike sold, but I would have had another one by now. But then, to make it worse, then they take all my shit from my house, and that was my old shovel head in there. And I'm pissed about that. And because originally when I sold my bike, my other bike, that was a 2009 classic electric glide, and it was all punched out, the motor, all that shit, but it was that way when I bought it. My shovel head, on the other hand, I built it, tore it all down to the ground and rebuilt it. See, we got, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, retired writer says. Yeah, that's true, you know, and that's what I was thinking at the time. I got to do this because I got to, you know, it's what's got to be done. See how long the light takes today. But it was a real nice bike, real awesome. So that's what. But the, you know, the thing that really got me is is my other one, because I still had that. It needed some work, and it's a 80 FLT, and there was only like 3 years or 4 years of that certain model. Had that fucking, I should watch my language, had that oil bath nonsense. And but it needed I needed to replace the brake system, and because of it, they don't sell you can't buy they don't sell the replacement parts anymore. So I needed the whole brake system, from the pedal all the way, you know, lines, everything needed to be done. And probation officer's perspective sent me over from Ohio. Oh yeah, right on. Tapashio's told me about your channel. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Yeah, Tapashio sent me over to your channel, and I checked out some videos. You got some good videos there. You're not my probation officer, so I'm good. But anyway, so that old shovel head needed the whole brake system redone, and that's what it was sitting in my garage waiting to, I was just buying parts a little bit at a time. I was staying pretty busy, so, but I didn't foresee none of that shit happening, so it was just sitting half tore apart in my garage. And then all that shit went down. But anyways, enough about that. But that's, you know, the values and the workings of a smart city. That's coming your way soon. Chances are a lot of your communities are already that way. But Defiance boasts about it. Though in their city council meetings or in any news releases, our mayor will boast about how they're so happy to be named number whatever in the world's top smart 21 communities. And you know, that's all the cameras, all the government funding for their mandates, crosswalks the way they say, no turns on reds, all this stuff they're implementing here in Defiance. This is I mean, they call it a city, but it's just a small city, right? It's no need. We had no need for any no turn on reds. Actually, the reason they did the no turn on red, they did that in exchange for Tory Essex, who was just about to become the judge. He was assistant city law director. He was just about to become the judge, and they couldn't have his record tarnished. So instead of busting him with anything, the way they hit, because he hit a pedestrian, and you know, maybe it was an accident or whatever, but it was all hush hush, and their answer was, well, to make it right, we'll make no turn on reds. No, he was just like everybody else, not paying attention, whatever, pulled out too far or whatever. You know, certainly I don't think he did it on purpose, but if that was you or me, the story would be way different. They couldn't have this guy's record being tarnished as he's about to become the judge. His record should be way tarnished. He's dirty, not just in my case. I got all kinds of people. I wish they would agree to not be anonymous anymore, because got a whole lot of people that come forward to me, but they want to stay anonymous right now. They're afraid of repercussions, and these guys retaliating, and they do that. I can tell you some stories. There's people locally that know me think I'm just being stupid because, oh, you know, you got a mark on yourself, now they'll get you, you know. And because there's been several cases of that from this community. People, we got people that supposedly off themselves and then a weapon was never found, or shit like that, right? So, you know, so they take themselves out and then go hide the weapon afterwards, shit, you know. But it's always somehow connected to some of these people high up in the community. How cold is it? It's I think it's about 41 degrees here today. Pastios, probably warmer where you are down there. LA, I think that's where you're at, right? LA area. It's got up to 40 today. It's going to cool back down for a couple of days again, and then supposedly it's going to get up around the 50s. Say something, whiskey. He drags me all over the place. Nice dog. Yeah, thanks. Oh, you're in Arizona now? Right on. Oh yeah, right on. That's cool. How you like Arizona? I had offered to go move down there once, several years ago. Maybe I should took it. Yeah, Whiskey, that's my dog. He's half shepherd, half husky. And he's friendly. He tries to get everybody's attention. Sometimes we'll be taking our walks, and when it's nicer out, and these kids will be out playing in this parking lot, and they come running up. Can I pet the dog? You know, he loves it. His coat is really nice. Yeah, yeah, and well, most huskies are. They get a winter coat and a summer coat, so they shed real bad. He sheds real bad. It's inside of my truck's a real mess. As soon as it gets a little bit warmer, I'll be cleaning that out. This here we're walking by is an old church that's been converted into a house. It was for sale recently, and I don't know how much they sold it for, but it'd be pretty cool, I think, to own one of these old churches. It's still got the bell and everything. The other day that was the other side of the river, called Eagle. They're starting to populate more around here where I did live at, where my house was. I had a big old eagle's nest right in my backyard. I had a bunch of trees and stuff in my yard. The big eagle's nest was in my backyard. That used to be pretty cool, going out there watching the eagles. But we caught one over here the other day. It's starting to populate more here in Ohio, it seems like. What part of Ohio are you in? I'm in Defiance, Ohio. It's northwest Ohio. I'm kind of between Toledo and Lima, or if you know really I'm about halfway between Toledo and Fort Wayne, Indiana. If you hear that, sorry if my mic ain't working too good. Motobomb, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Political Writer Unchained. Yeah, right on. Thanks for joining us. Sorry if I'm missing some of these chats. I didn't see them pop up. Sorry about that. Buck Brown, fun fact. The Boar's Nest from the Dukes of Hazzard is now a Baptist church. Really? That is a fun fact. What the heck? That's pretty cool. Oh, wow. That's probably not too far from you, I'm guessing. Or close enough, probably, right? Because I think it was filmed for several years in Georgia, and then a little bit of time it was filmed in California. All right. Okay, I think I'm gonna get ready to shut it down. Running out of things to talk about, I suppose, but I need to get him in and get him some water. He don't know when to stop. It's in Covington, Georgia. Oh, okay, right on. Yeah, I thought it was something like that. Just the first 5 episodes were in Georgia, the rest were in California. Oh, okay. Okay, right on, that makes sense. I know I heard, I didn't know only the first 5 was in Georgia though, but I heard that it was Georgia and California. I used to love that show. They can't make TV like they used to, that's for sure. Anyways, I think we're gonna go ahead and shut it down so I can get him watered and maybe get some water myself. He's wearing me out. Right on, take care everyone. Thanks for joining us, appreciate it very much, and hope you all have a good day. I'll catch most of you later on in some of the chats, I'm sure. But appreciate it, have a great day. Tell everybody bye, Whiskey. Tries to sniff out all the rest of the animals. All right, we'll see you guys. Appreciate you very much. Right on, you be safe too. Yeah, you can't find, yeah, that's true. The reruns, they're all, well, all that stuff happened with all the wokeness. Suddenly you couldn't have the Dukes of Hazzard on TV anymore. That was stupid, because at that time they was playing reruns, and I was catching them usually. All right, anyways, right on. See you guys later. Thanks very much for joining us. How do I turn that off? There we go.